Do you find yourself as a mom, whether you're a new mother or a mom of multiple children, drowning in stuff, feeling out of control, feeling so frazzled, so tired? You feel like things will never really change, things are just happening to you, you are out of control in your life, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Well, let me tell you that I have been in those shoes. I have felt that sense of overwhelm, that sense of complete desperation, the sense that this is not the motherhood that I wanted, this is not the parent that I want to be. Crabby, shouty, grumpy, frazzled all the time, not being able to enjoy my children, and feeling like all my things are kind of just closing in on me and totally overwhelmed. Where is the joy in that? Today, I'm going to tell you about 2 simple things that I changed in my life that absolutely transformed my experience of motherhood. Hello everyone, my name is Julie. I'm an occupational therapist and a mom of 2 little ones, and I'm pregnant with my 3rd child. And I want to talk to you and give you hope about how you can totally change your life if you want to. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances, and you can totally kick ass. I also wanted to let you know that if you wanted to dive deeper in this subject, I have a free mini course which packs in so much value. It's 5 videos that get sent to you every day and really help you start to uncover and unpack some of my best tips and tricks to getting organized, taking control of your life, living intentionally, being the parent that you want to be, having the relationship that you want with your spouse, just loving life. I refuse to think that motherhood needs to be miserable. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click the little notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up if you're into personal development, changing your life through what I'm about to share with you, as well as just taking back control. And you know, this is your one life, you need to own it. So as I mentioned, there were 2 things that really changed the game for me, 2 really pivotal things that I think are super important if you want to take back control and change your life, especially as a mother. The first one is, no surprise, your mindset. You need to make the decision that you no longer have to identify with someone who is a disheveled, disorganized mess. Life doesn't happen to you, you control the pieces. And yes, having a child is probably when you're going to feel the most out of control, and I totally get that. But the whole point of my philosophy is that you set up structures and routines so that when you do need to take some time back, when you're pregnant and feeling crappy, when you have a newborn baby and you can't work and you need to just sleep and really focus on the fundamentals, maybe you lose your job and times get a little rocky, or someone gets ill in your family. When those things happen, which do happen, and those are the things you cannot control, you have basic structures and foundations in place so that you're okay, so that you can keep going, so that you can put one step in front of the other and take back control. And when times are good and great, you can really enjoy your life. So making the decision to change my mindset was huge. For me, something that I really suffered from was this victimic mentality. Once I had a child, expecting people to want to help me, expecting my family to come and live with me, not really because they live far away, but wishing that I had that support, not believing in myself that I could do it, not asking for help in a healthier way, in a more practical way, just thinking that life was happening to me, this was miserable, and I had no control over changing the outcome, feeling grouchy and grumpy, snapping at my children, snapping at my spouse, whatever it was, just feeling so out of control. Once I made that shift, and it took time, I don't even know how many wake-up calls I needed, how many people I needed to tell me that your mindset is really the defining factor and that it is only you that makes that choice and decision. I don't know how many times, but maybe I can be the person for you that tells you that this is possible for you. You can make the decision to make changes. That is the easy part. The more complicated part is how. And that's really what I am on a mission to help teach moms how to take back control in their life, step by step, in a really gentle and practical, simple way. And that's what a lot of courses are about, but also that is what my mini course is. So make sure that you download that for tons of free value. Once I realized that it was me that determined my experience in life, it was a total game changer. And yes, it takes time for this to evolve, and it takes practice, just like anything. I really had to change my whole perspective on on life. I had to really move from almost being a child where things were controlled for me and decisions made for me into being an adult where I took responsibility for my life and my choices. Once I realized that no one is going to make any changes except me, and that includes what time I go to bed, what kind of healthy food I eat, how I raise my children, how I set up our home, how I determine the environment around me. Once I realized this, that also negative self-talk is just detrimental and is not making me the person that I want to be, things totally changed. And when things did get tough, when circumstances were hard, it was just that much easier to cope with things because I had all the foundations in a row. The second thing that was absolutely life-changing for me, and is also a work in progress but is so critical, and that was decluttering my life. I know minimalism and organization and cleaning is really hot right now, but there's a good reason for that. And I fully believe that reorganizing my space, decluttering my visual clutter, knowing where everything is in my home, not tripping over kids' toys, teaching my children over and over again through role modeling and through, prompting or whatever it is, that we tidy up our things, that we don't need a new toy every day. Doing the hard things that are not as easy as TV makes it out for us, that changed things for me. So I went through a crazy transformation of going through all of our things bit by bit, really asking myself, do I need things? Why am I so attached to these things that, let's be honest, when you go up there, you can't take anything with you. Why are we so attached to stuff? Not really the thing that fulfills us ultimately. And yes, we need things. And yes, everybody has different levels of minimalism or simple living. And with children, you're going to have a different approach to this than if you were a single person. But that doesn't mean that you can't be intentional. It doesn't mean that you have to be a victim to marketing companies and Amazon and commercials telling you that you need this latest gadget. No, if you were living in a situation where everything just disappeared, you would make a plan, because humans are the professionals at creativity and making something out of nothing. We can adapt towards anything. So my philosophy around parenting, around my life, is that less is more. It has 100% changed the game for me, and it has helped me take on bigger projects. But it has also given me the mental space to make big decisions in my life, like leaving my 9-to-5 job, starting my own business, having a third baby. All of these things are very intimidating and overwhelming, but if you have a solid foundation of how to kind of run your life in a very uniform but simple, kind manner, things will be so much easier for you, and you will feel like you can really take back control. If you are someone that identifies as a person who is always disorganized, always has been disorganized, perhaps has never been taught how to organize their home and therefore their life, just know, if you get nothing else from this video, that you can change. You have the ability to change if you have the will and desire. And you don't have to change everything all at once. Habits take time to develop, to cultivate, and most importantly, as long as you have the desire to make small positive changes, the how is going to come to you. And so yeah, maybe you need some guidance with regards to a mentor or a coach, or a course that you can take, or reading books. I've read a ton of books that have over time shaped my philosophy. I can't attribute one book, one person, one coach, one resource to completely, forming me as a human being. But I know that together with all of those resources and positive energy, it has really shaped how I parent and how I plan to live my life. So I want you to know that you can change if you want to. If you make that decision today, you can 100% change. And all you have to do is make the decision to change your mindset. I will no longer be a victim of my circumstances. I will start to look for the positive in things, and I will be grateful for the things that I have. If you are able to watch this video, you are probably miles ahead of so many people. If you have your health, if you have a family, if you have a child, even if you don't have all of those things, there are still so many things to be incredibly grateful for. That's step one. And then step two is to really start to think about what you are allowing into your home, because I firmly believe that your home is where it all starts. It's like if your body is healthy and happy, you can do a lot of things. You can start climbing mountains and all that kind of stuff. If your body is unhealthy and crumbling, you can't go and climb a big mountain. The same with your home. If your home is a total mess, you hate being there, it makes you feel stressed, it makes other people feel stressed, you can't find anything, you're losing things all the time, how are you expected to go out and live your best life, to go out and produce amazing work, to feel good about taking your kids to the park because it didn't take you 3 hours to get out the door. It took you 20 minutes because everything was packed and ready to go and you know where everything is. So today, if you need it, give yourself a shopping ban. I know it's the holidays, so this is maybe not the best timing. After the holidays, or if you have any control over what comes into your home over the holidays, give yourself a shopping ban and just take stock. Take back control of your life because only you can really do that. Make sure that you're looking for positives in every situation. Make sure that you are now going systematically room by room and starting to declutter things bit by bit. Don't feel overwhelmed. Every little bit adds up. Just like when people decide to start taking the stairs to get up to their office versus the elevator, and initially it doesn't seem like it's making even a dent in their weight or their health or their fitness, but over time it makes a huge difference. The same with your home. Pick a room, bathroom, your bedroom, kids' room, and just go in there and start putting things into bins that don't serve you or your children anymore. If you have kids and you feel like they're not going to want to give up any of their toys, make the executive decision because you are the boss of your home and you know what is good for them right now. And if you feel like they have too much choice with their toys, they can't keep things clean, they're losing pieces, things are breaking, that means you have too much stuff for you to actually manage. And the same goes with everything else. Go through your kitchen, take 5 minutes. Do you have 10 wooden spoons but really you only use 2? Get rid of the other ones, donate them. Other people will really appreciate your things. And then the key is to be intentional about what you bring back into your home. So as I said, if you need more support, make sure that you download my free mini course. I also speak a lot about this with my coaching programs and on my Instagram, so make sure that you follow me over there. And I'm super excited to start this new year to support you guys. As I mentioned before, I'm an occupational therapist, and this has really informed my worldview. Since becoming a mother, I realized how undervalued and appreciated and underserved motherhood, mental health, just our whole approach to parenting is in our culture and society. And I really want to make it my mission to not make motherhood miserable. I really want moms to understand that there is support out there for them, that we are not trained to be parents, we're just kind of expected to do it all on instinct, and that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. As an occupational therapist, I believe that everybody has the ability to reach their potential, whether that's mentally, physically, socially, culturally, whatever it is. And OTs are uniquely positioned to really evaluate a person's whole life. We're very into looking at someone in completion and pinpointing where there may be an imbalance. And where is that more evident than new moms and moms going from one child to the next? You know, there's so much that kind of just rocks the boat. We're not sleeping well. We're not getting any me time. We don't have any time with our partners. We're feeling like we're not enough for our children, or we feel guilty about hiring a babysitter. All this kind of disconnection that we have, that adds up and that makes our experience kind of miserable, to be honest. As an OT, I really can see that both from a personal perspective as a mom who has experienced it, and also just professionally when I've worked with people and coached moms and realized that they just need a few tips and tricks. Moms are superheroes. You have to really dig so deep once you become a parent. You go beyond every single day, much deeper than you ever thought possible, like climbing Everest every hour with your kids. And I want to applaud you for doing that and tell you to keep going. And if you need support, it exists. It is here, and we're going to do this together. Make sure that you are considering implementing these 2 things that I spoke about, both mental health and decluttering your life. Make sure to follow along because I'll be having a lot more videos about these topics on my YouTube channel, as well as the previous ones that I have. So go back and look and find those. And with all that said, let's make 2021 an awesome year. Let's make it intentional. Let's make it simple. Let's kick ass. Let's take back control of our lives and our motherhood. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you soon. Bye.
I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door.